Well, back. I didn't see this movie.
No?
Is this movie the best movie of the year?
No. It's better than some of the movies I've seen this year.
I didn't get to see this movie. I probably won't see this movie because I don't want to waste my money on this movie. But Paul got a chance to see this.
I actually wanted to see this movie.
Oh, he wanted to see it. So.
Not for review purposes, but just because I was interested.
Okay, tell us about the movie. What is this movie about? Because I've seen the trailer and I was not impressed by the trailer.
Okay, so Upgrade stars Logan Marshall Green. I make a point to say his name and not discount Tom Hardy because he does really well in this film. So there's this man who gets into an accident and a bunch of gangsters kill his wife and he gets paralyzed. And with some experimental treatment, he gets this thing called STEM implanted in his spine and it basically connects everything.
I've seen this movie.
What?
It's RoboCop.
RoboCop done better. Not even kidding.
The original or the newest one?
Both.
Oh,
I'm gonna say both. I'm gonna be bold because this is more than just that.
So it sounds like it has that premise from RoboCop.
It does. It's very similar to RoboCop, but this one's done in a more gritty, more fashionable way. The camera movements, they sync up with the movement of a person. It's really well done and very artistic.
Okay.
And the best way I can describe this movie is that it's it's like a full-length Black Mirror episode. Have you watched Black Mirror?
I have seen some Black Mirrors.
So it feels like that, and with the twist at the end and all. And
okay, tell me about the character. Did this character work for you as, AKA RoboCop?
Kind of. It's not really RoboCop because he doesn't do a lot of waffles things.
But he does.
He's going on a revenge mission. You've seen this premise over and over and over and over and over. The thing that sets this apart from all the others is that it's done well, and it's done in a stylish kind of way.
So
does that make sense?
So it makes sense. So he knows kung fu? He knows fight? He just all of a sudden just developed this fighting.
So STEM is just basically a device that connects his brain to his limbs so he can move around. So his brain says, "Move my arm," it moves his arm. He just walks like.
Does he control this?
Now,
does he control it or he doesn't?
So there's a part where
here comes the plot.
There's a part where he needs to fight this guy. He's like, "STEM, I'm losing here." It talks to him in his brain. "I'm losing. I need help." He's like, "All right, give me full permission to take over your body. I'll take care of it." He's like, "STEM, I give you permission."
No.
And then he just goes full on kung fu, and it's amazing. Now, something that I want to point out during this scene is his hands and his body's moving independently from his emotions. So as an actor, that takes a lot of realizing, because he's smashing this dude up.
So there's no expression.
Yeah, he's surprised. He's like, "Holy crap!" I suggest you watch the trailer. It's probably playing behind me right now, but it's really cool. It's really well done.
Well, tell me something that you didn't like about this movie. Is there something that didn't work for you?
Some of the dialogue was kind of weird for me. The dialogue, it wasn't written too well,
so
it's a little choppy in the beginning, but it makes up for it in effects and.
Now you said there's a twist at the end. Does this twist pay off from the story from the beginning? Does it pay off for you as a movie watcher?
I'm gonna say yes if you like Black Mirror. If you're not used to Black Mirror, which has a lot of twists and leaves you kind of uncomfortable, then you'll like it.
Watch the first episode.
No, don't watch the first episode. don't do that.
Okay. So what about the villain? Is the villain any good in this, or is it just kind of
That's the interesting thing. You think up until the very end you know what the villain is.
Oh, so there's a surprise villain.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then, I didn't see it coming.
Okay, so Paul was surprised by this movie. Okay. Is there anything else you like about this movie?
I like the development of the character. Right off the bat, you know that he's a technophobe. He doesn't like the whole automated services. He doesn't like the autonomous cars. He works on his own cars. He likes working with his hands. And so it takes him a while to develop a relationship with STEM.
So now this is a spoiler alert. Are we gonna tell him this is a spoiler review?
If you want. So if you haven't seen Upgrade right now, go see it. Turn this off, and we'll come back.
So tell me, the STEM completely takes over at the end. or do they end up fighting each other in a sense of inside his mind?
At a point, it becomes so. This is what happens. The real villain is Stem.
Stem.
So the way they get into an accident and these gangsters shoot his wife is that an autonomous car flips over and like malfunctions and hurts him, and then this gang comes about. So it turns out the Stem, this like sentient program,
caused the accident. No.
exactly.
No, what?
Caused the accident.
I don't need to see this.
Caused the accident, hired these guys, and he like that would lead back to Stem. All Stem needed was a body. So at the very end, they're fighting, and like his mind and his body are fighting, and he puts the gun to his own head. He's like, "I'm gonna end it right now," and it flashes to a scene in a hospital where him and his wife are just like, "We were in an accident. Everything's fine now."
Wow.
And you're like, "What the heck? What the heck happened?" And then it flashes back to where he had the gun to his head, and he puts it down. And he's like, Gray, the character, Gray is in a happy place. His mind is in a place of happiness, and there he's gonna stay forever. And Stem is now taken over his body and leaves into society.
Twist.
So I thought that was pretty cool.
Pretty close to almost RoboCop, because RoboCop's the same thing, except Michael Keaton is similar to Stem. He's trying to control the body.
Okay.
Anyways, give us the rating before the battery goes out.
I'm gonna say Netflix.
Oh, okay, that's not bad. That's Netflix. So B grade movie. Okay. Go check it out for yourself. Paul seemed to like it.
Yeah. Follow us on Instagram as well.
Oh yeah.
And subscribe, and we'll see you next time. Cool.
There, next. Cool.